Let me assure you that tomorrow is brighter than yesterday.
Healthy habits start with a healthy smile. A happy mouth is a happy mind. Brush your teeth twice a day and visit your dentist regularly. TM Pick and Pay. Real value always. It's time for the news.
Good evening and welcome to the news at 8. I am Tariro Manamike with Peaceway Shomunika at the Sign Language Desk.
I'm Liam Bernard. Dora Ngube will join us much later from our Montreux studios. Let's take a look at the stories we're chasing tonight.
Southern African Development Community and the European Union signed financing agreements for cooperation in peace and security.
And in business news, Zimbabwe's agricultural show societies aim for global standards to attract projects in farming value chains.
And in sport, the much-anticipated clash between Dynamos and Tel1 ends in a draw at Rufaro Stadium. This and other PSL match results coming up later. Now, in our first report tonight, the Southern African Development Community, SADC, and the European Union have signed 8 financing agreements to the tune of 163.9 million euros in different areas of cooperation that include peace and security. And we get the details in the upcoming report.
The financing agreements were signed during a SADC-EU partnership ministerial dialogue held at the new Parliament building in Mount Abden with a view of cementing cooperation in areas such as peace and security, climate change, trade and investment. Speaking during the signing ceremony, chairperson of the SADC Council of Ministers, who is also Zimbabwe's Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Trade, Professor Ayamon Morwira said, the support extended by the European Union will effectively contribute to the implementation of the regional integration agenda.
This dialogue platform remains important to our regional cooperation. It provides a platform to deliberate on global, continental and regional issues, as well as major political and economic factors that affect development cooperation and program. We are pleased that today we will witness the ceremonial signing of the 8 financing agreements supported under the MIP SSA. These programs will extend support from the EU amounting to 163 million euro in the areas of peace and security, trade in services, market access, institutional capacity building, natural resources management, strategic corridors, and agriculture and digital transformation. As SADC, we are grateful for this support, which will effectively contribute towards the implementation of the regional integration agenda.
Co-chair representing European Union's presidency, who is also Poland's Minister of Foreign Affairs, Honorable Radosław Sikorski, said that the dialogue reinforces and cements SADC-EU relations.
The EU will continue to support regionally led solutions to challenges faced by the region, supporting your processes and putting local ownership and inclusivity at the top of our agenda. One of the challenges your region is facing is the drought, which has heavily impacted your populations. While the current El Niño cycle has come to an end, the consequences will be felt for months to come, with the hunger crisis likely to worsen in some countries and persist until the next harvest season in the spring. The EU is very concerned, and we are following the situation closely.
The SADC-EU political dialogue was launched at the SADC-EU Ministerial Conference in Berlin, Germany, in September 1994, wherein both parties reaffirmed their determination to reinforce their relationship and to establish a comprehensive dialogue. John Nandara, ZBC News, Mount Abden.
And our construction works are progressing well at Nembudzia Open Grounds in Gokwe, the venue for this year's 45th Independence Anniversary celebrations and the Uhuru Cup set for next month.
Nembudzia Open Grounds in Gokwe will be the place to be on the 18th of next month as Zimbabwe celebrates 45 years of independence, with the Second Republic forging ahead with the decentralization of national events under the mantra, leaving no one and no place behind.
The pitch, as you can see, is about 75% complete, and we hope by the 10th of April we'll have finished all the buildings and ancillary services required for the preparation of the independence celebrations. And we also have got works at the Children's Party at Nyamuroro High School, whereby we are putting up ablution facilities and 2 times hostel blocks.
Preparations for the big day are on course, with key construction works more than halfway through. The road connecting Kadoma, Sanyati and Nembudzia is being rehabilitated, with works moving at a fast pace.
Tisukata road, Sanyati road, Chenda Nembudzia, Trugada, independence, Zvakanaka. Independence to be farira, Zvanyanyisisa, nokuti the first time kuti independence India start Gokwe.
Youths and the community have welcomed the developments in their area, commending the Second Republic's inclusive development agenda.
Tanga singafungiri kuti independence ingaitiwa tingaisigawo ground stadium kuno asi totenda nokuti nehurumende yedu yakatipinzawo mabasa.
Takapinda mabasa akawanda zvinova zviri kusimudzira nharaunda yedu. Ndo zvatiri kunzwa kufara nokuti president wedu vari kutigonera. Zuro zvakanga zviri zvevamwe kwana Murambinda uko. Aiwa nhasi tiri kunzwa kufara ndezveduwo Nembudzia tapindira.
Chirongwa chavatipa tawanawo pekushanda mubati wemaoko.
Tinotenda President ED sezvakataura kuti nyika inovakwa nevene vayo. Zvatiri kuita panapa tikuvaka nyika yedu Nembudzia.
This year's independence celebrations are running under the theme Zim at 45, Devolve and Develop Together towards Vision 2030.
Independence
In a move set to enhance national disaster response mechanisms, the government has commissioned 8 public health emergency operation centers across the country.
This development is part of government efforts to scale up its emergency response capabilities with focus on decentralizing disaster response. Speaking during the commissioning of the Kadoma Center, the Minister of Health and Childcare, Dr. Douglas Mombeshora, who was represented by his deputy, Honorable Slimani Timios Kwidini, said the new development will serve as command and coordination hubs.
Kumahu guidelines tinoti chirwere chikangova navanhu vanodarika mumwe yatove outbreak. Saka naizvozvo izvi zvaitwa pano izvi mucherechedzo wekutaridza kuti president vane chido nevanhu vavo.
Stakeholders have commended the development, citing its importance in promoting universal health coverage.
Apa inzvimbo yokurongera ndosaka ichinzi it's a war room. Ndo munonga muchirongerwa sezvinongoitwa kuhondo andivani mune munotogarwa namakomanda nechi pamwe even nana president vachironga kuti hondo iyi toita sei. Ndo zvakafanira tingangotora sokuti zvirwere zvezvemaoutbreak aya inenge yatoita sehondo.
The philosophy that we subscribe to is called the incident management system, which is a system that has been developed to help to coordinate emergency responses. We've got our members that have been trained in various districts. So what we are now doing is when we have got in public health emergencies, we are able to communicate with our districts in real time.
Government has invested $800,000 United States in the 8 centers through a partnership with World Vision.
To ensure that these facilities are fully utilized and in coordination of the information and resources that is required in responding to the emergencies, a total of 95 healthcare workers have been trained.
Key stakeholders such as the Civil Protection Department and the Africa Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, Africa CDC, attended the launch. Tamuka Charakupa, ZBC News, Kadoma.
Now, the government is accelerating the drive to bridge the digital divide in the education sector, with primary schools in Gokwe being the latest to benefit from the National Presidential Computerization Program.
It is a new dawn for pupils in Gokwe North, as they are the latest beneficiaries of the National Presidential Computerization Program, which seeks to propel the Second Republic e-learning agenda. Besides getting tablets, the schools are also getting solarized, while Starlink Internet is being connected, a move set to bridge the digital gap among learners. Pupils are excited by the development, while parents are grateful to the Second Republic for giving their children an opportunity to be part of the global community.
I'm happy because we were given these tablets so we can research any project. Inini tirikunza kufara nekupuwa kwataitwa matablets edu nekuti zvinotibatsira pazvidzidzo zvakawanda.
Turikufara nekuti zvidzidzo zvedu zvainyore. Kudzidzawo zvakanaka sezvinoitawo vamwe. Asi tafara nekuvigirwawo magetsi, maticha edu haachafambi-fambi achiendawo kuzvikomo tsvaga network.
Chikoro chedu chaita zvakanaka, vana vedu vakudzidzawo dzidzo yemhando yepamusoro. Tatiri nzvimbo yakasara zvokunyanya.
Nzvimbo yedu ino yanga yakasarira, vana vanga vachisarira nedzidzo, kwanga kusina yavanoti internet. Saka Harare yava pano pedu pachota.
Gokwe North District Schools Inspector Mr. Douglas Samunyaka said the development will improve pupils' learning conditions.
All these are going to go a very, very long way in bridging the gaps that existed between the urban schools and the rural schools.
Primary and Secondary Education Minister Honorable Torerai Moyo assured learners of government's commitment to transform primary and secondary education for sustainable productivity and growth.
This is also in line with the vision of the President, Dr. Idi Mnangagwa, that no one and no place should be left behind. As we are rolling out and implementing the heritage-based curriculum, we want to ensure that all the learners are capacitated. Even the teachers should go through a professional in-service training. They should familiarize themselves with how they can effectively use computers for the benefit of students.
100 tablets were distributed to Mudondo and Chota primary schools, which were recently solarized, with the learning facilities also getting Starlink Internet connected. Since the inception of the Second Republic, the education sector has massively transformed through an improved curriculum, construction of schools, and the introduction of e-learning. Fungai Jachi, ZBC News, Gokwe.
The establishment of a lithium processing plant in Rishahane, owned by Jelly Mining Investments, is progressing well, with the final phase almost complete.
With the capacity to process 500 tons of ore per day, Jelly Mining Investments in Rishahane is working round the clock to ensure it starts operations next month. The company, which has invested more than $1.5 million United States to set up a lithium processing plant in Rishahane, says it appreciates government support.
Our goal, we are working towards production of 500 tons of lithium per day. So after feeding roughly 1,200 tons, we have 500 tons of concentrate per day. So that's our vision, and that's the capacity actually for this whole plant.
Midlands Minister of State for Provincial Affairs and Devolution, Honorable Owen Ncube, says the mining sector plays a crucial role in Zimbabwe's economy and integral to the aspirations of Vision 2030.
The lithium processing project showcases the Second Republic under the visionary leadership of the President of the Republic, Comrade Emmerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa's development trajectory, underpinned by the engagement and re-engagement agenda.
The lithium mine is looking at creating employment for locals once operational. Karajushe, ZBC News, Rishahane.
ZANU PF supporters have been reminded to remain united in the face of attempts to sow divisions within the ruling party.
ZANU PF Mashonaland Central Province concluded feedback inter-district meetings
held throughout the province in Mazowe this Friday. Flanked by the provincial leaders, ZANU PF National Political Commissar Comrade Mnyaradzi Machacha said the party is now implementing resolutions made at the National People's Annual Conference, urging supporters to ignore talks of division peddled on social media.
Anga benefita from division yes ZANU PF. Vanoda kutaura ivo sekunonzi izvo tina vice president achada kutorera vamunangagwa. It's not true. They are doing it in order to cause division. The top is united. The top is working together. Vanoshanda sema brothers, vanoshanda sema comrades. Saka munhu ari kukonzeresa iye ari kuda kuita as if kune chimwe chiscandal chiri kuuya kana imwe counter revolution iri kuuya. Is the G40 ndivo vari kukanda zvinhu izvi pakati penyu social media group.
Mashonaland Central Minister of State for Provincial Affairs and Devolution, Honorable Christopher Magomo, was given the floor to update people on government projects in pursuit of Vision 2030.
Unobva kuHarare uchiuya kuno iyo road yedu inoenda kuBindura. Iyo iye ine urongwa hwokuti isvike paMazowe iri dualized sezviya. Inyaya yemabhajeti chete nenguva but urongwa huripo. Ende makatoona yanga yakutodzika gomo. Ndibaba vamunangagwa vari kuita izvozvo. Totarisa mimi dunga munhu pamura muchaona kuti pfumvudza president vakazama.
ZANU PF Mashonaland Central Province Chairman Comrade Kazembe summed up the feedback meetings.
Tine 8 administrative districts. So takaita kumwe kwese, takaita kuShamva, Bindura, Mandarwe, Rushinga, Mzarabani, Mbire, Guruve, nhasi tiri pano paMazowe ndo H8. Agenda yedu yanga iri very simple yekutaurira vanhu maringe nekufamba kwatakaita conference, maresolution akatika conference, tikataura zvene nyaya yematitle deeds, chirongwa chakaparurwa napresident.
The youth, women and war veterans leagues commended projects that have been initiated to promote development, comprising the Heifer Person Scheme and War Veterans Funds distribution, among others. Tapiwa Machemedze, ZBC News, Bindura.
The Zimbabwe Red Cross Society, in partnership with the International Federation of the Red Cross, have funded the rehabilitation of 2 dams and 11 boreholes in Mudzi District, Mashonaland East Province.
The $1.5 million United States water and sanitation program will see 16 villages in Mudzi benefiting through nutrition gardens, horticulture and water for livestock.
Richavandudza upenyu hwenharaunda ino kana kuti ward.
So the communities are the ones who actually contributed in terms of mobilizing the local available resources, because in terms of integrating the component of livelihoods, this dam is critical, as the livestock depends on this source for water, as well as the nutrition garden that you see downstream there.
The 11 bores, which are all solar powered, have been a welcome development for villagers in the district who use it to endure long hours in queues to fetch water.
Notenda nechirongwa chatakaitirwa ichi tatatambudzika chaizvo nemvura. Dambudziko remvura ngatinetsa zvokuti tata kutosvika pautorwana zvibakira chaizvo pazvibhorani. Kandi padambudziko remvura taienda kuchibhorani kwanga kuri kure. Taisvika ikoko togara kugarira mvura taizobva ikoko usiku.
Government and the Red Cross Society say they will continue to work together to supply communities with potable water.
Kubatana kwataita kusvika padano rokukumikidza mvura nemadhamu zvinotaridza kuti kana takabatana tinokwanisa kubudirira munyaya dzekuchengetedzwa kweutano hwedu, munyaya dzekuti mvura itekeshere kumativi mana emudzi.
Chirongwa ichi chakanga chakanangana nekuti chipe mvura, chiwanise mvura kuvanhu vangasvike 63,537. Kureva kuti tikaisa pazvoto zvichabikwa, izvoto zvinovavarira kusvika 16,480 households.
We will continue resource mobilizing with Zimbabwe Red Cross, looking for other partners that can come in to help us amplify the work that has already been started here.
The development by the Red Cross comes as a boost to the presidential borehole scheme, which has seen boreholes being established in villages across the province of Mashonaland East. Gerald, ZBC News, Mudzi.
Now, for these and more stories, you can visit our website. That's www.zbcnews.co.zw. You can also follow us on our social media platforms. That's on X, on Facebook, as well as on YouTube. And our tagline is @ZBC News Online.
And our stories to expect in this bulletin. Zimbabwe's agricultural shows society's aim for global standards to attract projects in farming value chains. And in sports news, the much anticipated clash between Dynamos and Tel1 ends in a draw at Rufaro Stadium. This and other news in PSL to come.
And on that note, we take a break, but when we come back, we'll give you the rest of the bulletin. Stay tuned.
Stroke of genius! Introduce the stroke of genius. Oh, Zimbabwe yakuzosumuka manje. Stroke of genius andiri kureva chera. President E.D. Mnangagwa vari kupa mabankable, registrable and transferable title deeds na every farmer akapuwa munda pa land reform program. Takanga takapuwa minda asi takanga tisina simba rekupindawo mumabhengi semama business kuti tipewo maloni akachipa tatakuwara nezvimbazo mani. Zvino nestroke of genius yekupuwa matitle deeds tikupinduka mubhengi sevamwe titopuwa maloni takutodevelopa mafamu.
Saka kuduza kuti land ese yatoneva
ende ukapuwa title deed iroro chera mundu wako uchatoreki atova nhaka yevazukuru nevazukuru ndo zvinoda fama manje izvozvo security of tenure.
Iwe pandiri panapa ndakutokwanisa kutopa vana nhaka kuti chidimu chako ichi chemunda chidimu chako ichi
exactly
zvichifambiswa sei.
President E.D. Mnangagwa igenius manje vakabva vati kuti zvinyatofamba negwara rakatwasanuka zviri transparent ndobva vagadza inonzi Land Tenure Implementation Committee iri kushanda nemamwe mapazi ehurumende.
Alright. But iwo unozviziva iwo kuti kune maland barons akazara ukanopamba minda dzevanhu.
Dai vatoregera zvavo ndiwo kopo usiri kudiwa naPresident Mnangagwa iroro. Ndosaka Land Tenure Implementation Committee yakati ngatishandisei ma-ID numbers, namba dzepachitupa kuti munhu haakwanisi kuva nemafamu maviri. Plus Land Tenure Committee haisi kupa minda patsvayo. Iri kutwasanudza pakupiwa kwema-title deeds.
Alright. Iwe saka zvichireva kuti taatoprotected kasei mavarimi.
Exactly manje.
Kukozwa
kuti une stroke of genius here. President E.D. apa vasikira vana veZimbabwe upfumi.
Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. Construction works for the expansion of the Budiriro Vocational Training Center in Harare have resumed, with local youths expected to benefit from the project, which seeks to empower them with life skills.
In a move set to benefit youths in Harare, the City Fathers, in partnership with a youthful construction company, have joined forces to expand the Budiriro VTC, a development welcomed by locals who believe it will empower young people with various skills.
Vana vakawana zvekuti vanopota vachita busy vachitika kana chingava chikoro kana maactivity ekuti mabasa emaoko vachidzidziswa kungava kugadzira bhutsu kungava kudzidzisa kubika kungava zvinhu zvemaoko zvinoita kuti vana vabude mumadrugs.
College dzakaita seidzi dzinobatsira vana vedu vasukuru vedu nevamwe vanenge vachauya kuti vadzidzire mabasa emaoko. Mukudzidzira basa remaoko zvinokonzeresa izvo kuti mwana ashaye nguva yekuti aite zvemadrug.
Zvaitwa izvi zvakanakira kunyanya kune vechidiki vanga vakuswera mumabridge vachitora madrugs nekuda kwokushaya zvokuita.
Fortune Construction Projects Coordinator Mr. Lovemore Mangezi and Harare City Mayor Councillor Jacob Mafume believe the project will complement government's fight against drug and substance abuse.
We've seen that with the vocational training center and an expansion of a vocational training center, the youth of not only Budiriro and Harare and even Zimbabwe can also get where they can be trained in different skills.
It provides vocational training for their youth. There will be sports facilities here. There will also be playing. It increases the local economy. It enhances the whole city's ability to cater to the youths and be able to give them a chance in life. If they fall in terms of formal education, they will be able to use their hands.
Vocational training centers have become an important part in youth empowerment as the Second Republic prioritizes uplifting livelihoods of young people. Fungai Jachi, ZBC News, Harare.
And now from the capital, it's time to cross over to our Montreux studio where Dora Ngube is on standby to take us on. Dora, it is a beautiful evening. It's now over to you.
Thank you so much, Leanne and Tariro and the rest of the team at Pocket Soul for taking us on, and good evening. And in our next report, stakeholders in the construction industry have been challenged to take advantage of local authorities' master plans to contribute towards government's delivery of 1 million housing units by 2030.
With the construction industry set to grow by 5% by end of this year, the Construction Industry Federation of Zimbabwe CIFO's engagement held in Bulawayo this Friday was an eye-opener for stakeholders.
These CIFO's workshop actually help us as construction companies so that we know what the municipality has in store for us and where we should go if we are in need of funding.
The CIFO's Secretariat challenged its members to make use of local authorities' master plans to identify opportunities.
Because of non-funding, I think it helps if we do triple Ps or get organizations where we come together as the CIFOS and try and see if we can do projects together. Obviously, our quality is going to have to be of the utmost importance.
We have been actually telling our members to say they must visit their local authorities which are nearer them in order for them to identify projects and investment opportunities which are within each and every local authority.
The Second Republic continues to create vast opportunities for the local companies so that they can contribute in infrastructure development. Local contractors have been prioritized in the implementations of major government projects such as roads.
In a decisive move to align Zimbabwe's labor practices with the evolving global landscape, the government is intensifying its efforts to implement comprehensive measures designed to enhance the management of labor disputes.
This initiative comes at a critical juncture as technological advancements, global pandemics, and the escalating impacts of climate change are rapidly reshaping traditional employment structures. Recognizing the age and need to adapt, the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Public Service, Labour and Social Welfare, Mr. Simon Masanga, says government aims to create a framework that fosters fair and efficient dispute resolution, ensuring stability within the nation's workforce.
The world of work is rapidly changing, influenced by technological advancements, global pandemics like COVID and climate change. The advent of AI, artificial intelligence, and automation is reshaping traditional employment structures, raising concerns about job security, fair wages, and the protection of workers' rights. As AI continues to permeate into workplaces, new forms of labor disputes may arise, necessitating adaptive and forward-looking dispute resolution mechanisms that account for algorithmic decision-making, data privacy, and equitable access to opportunities.
Currently, government is set with developing additional legislation such as the Occupational and Health Safety Bill, the Productivity Bill, and the Health Services Act, a vital step in ensuring Zimbabwe's economic stability and social harmony. Meanwhile, statistics indicate that 3,000 935 labor disputes were handled last year, with 88% of them being resolved. Hilandmoy, ZBC News, Bulawayo.
The featuring of a local hotel, Mbano Mana, among the world's greatest places for 2025, has sparked a wave of optimism within Zimbabwe's tourism sector. The details.
Mbano Mana Hotel in Victoria Falls has been included in the Time magazine's prestigious annual list for the world's greatest places for 2025. The women-led 5-star luxury hotel, which opened in 2020, secured a spot among the 100 featured global destinations. The Hospitality Association of Zimbabwe is predicting a surge in international visitors on the back of this groundbreaking recognition.
For sure, it is definitely going to highlight Zimbabwe as a prime destination within the Southern African region. It's going to boost our image and showcase that we do have quality establishments which also compete on the world market.
Other tourism players anticipate more tourist arrivals in Victoria Falls and other resorts in Zimbabwe.
For us to come second in the list of 100 for 2025 great places to visit is absolutely amazing. It's a credit to my team. It's credit to the effort that we've gone through to market and sell not just Mbano, but Destination Victoria Falls.
This is not the first time a Zimbabwean hotel or place has been featured on the list following Hwange National Park's inclusion in 2022. Time magazine is a globally influential American publication with a readership of 120 million. Tichaona Kurewa, ZBC News, Victoria Falls.
Ms. Zanele Kumalo has been installed as Regent Chief Mapikwa of the Mlonyeni Chieftaincy at the family homestead in Chocholo, Lupane this Friday.
The introduction of the Regent Chief ceremony was held following the appointment of the 9-year-old Wayne Makosemvelo Kumalo as the substantive chief in January by government. Chief Wayne Makosemvelo Kumalo is the son of the late Chief Fosumuzi Kumalo, who died in 2022 in a car accident, until Chief Mapikwa comes of age to fully assume his duties. His aunt, Zanele Kumalo, will serve as regent, ensuring continuity and guidance. Speaking during the installation, Chief Sian Sali represented the Matebele North Chiefs Council, urged members of the community to work hand in glove with the regent chief as government moves in to align the Traditional Leaders Act with the Constitution.
The ministry is currently seized with the process of aligning the Traditional Leaders Act to the Constitution. Nanzelela ukuthi umthetho osungula izinduna usumdala kule Constitution esilayo. So uhulumende kathesi usemsebenzini wokulungisisa ukuthi umthetho lowana uhambelane lo mthetho omkhulu oyelizwe iConstitution.
The installation of Regent Chief Mapikwa represents a crucial period for the community as they look forward to a future of continued tradition and leadership.
Sokuqala ngithanda ukubonga uhulumende ukuthi urestore iorder sesile way forward ecaca ukuthi izahamba njani. Sibongela lenkosazana engenileyo sizamsupporta ngaso sonke isikhathi.
Sithethe lupani kungani usuyeke tesile ngokuswela umthunzi omkhulu. So ilanga lanamtela kwaMabhikwa siyathaba kakhulu, lami nginje ngingusobhuku ngizizwa ngilesibindi.
Sigaba esingelanduna siyabe singani sifile, izinhlelo ziyabe zingahambi kuhle. Ngakho thina simakha kakhulu thina omama sesilahlekelwe iminyaka ledlulileyo, kodwa namhlanje nxa sibona leli langa silokuthokoza okunye okumangalisayo.
Ilanga lalamhla liyinduku ngqobo kithina esize kubeka abanye sizelwe singakwazi ukuba inkosi ibekwa njani, kwenzakala kanjani. So kodwa okwalamhlanje sebesibekele obala.
A letter from the Minister of Local Government and Public Works indicate that Regent Chief Mapikwa will lead for the next 9 years until a time Chief Wayne Makosemvelo Kumalo attains the age of 18. Ilandmoy, ZBC News, Lupane.
The launch of the Sustainable Community Deeping Model by government and its development partners in the Mapanzure area of Shishavane is set to safeguard the national herd and enhance livelihoods in farming communities.
In a bid to address the challenges and ring-fence the community's source of wealth in line with Zimbabwe's livestock recovery plan, government, together with its development partners this Thursday, launched the Sustainable Community Deeping Model in Mapanzure area of Shishavane. The program seeks to address a number of challenges that are constraining livestock production, productivity and profitability.
Zitaona chirongwa ichi tinofarirana nacho kuti pamwe chichatiyamura kuti tive nezvipfuwo zvedu zvakakwana.
Ngombe ndidzo dzinotikoshera nokuti dzinotipa kuti dzimwe dzinotipa bhifu, dzimwe dzinotipa kuti titengese tisavana.
Local traditional leaders and development partners are upbeat that the program will play a crucial role in revitalizing the livestock sector.
Kuvandudzwa kwemhando dzemombe munyika kunobatsira kwazvo kuwedzera pauwandu hweupfumi hunosomuka kubva pamunhu kuenda padunhu nokuenda kunyika yese.
We've donated more than 600 bulls, more than 180 heifers, so that we increase the breed within our communities.
The Deputy Minister of Lands, Agriculture, Fisheries, Water and Rural Development, Honorable Davis Marapira, reiterated that government remains committed to promote sustainable practices.
The official launch of the Sustainable Community Deeping Model represents not just a program, but a commitment to safeguarding our national herd and enhancing the livelihoods of our farming communities.
Government is on course to develop a $1.9 billion United States livestock economy by the end of 2025. Karajushe, ZBC News, Shishavane.
And that's it from us here at Montrose. Terry and Leanne, it's back to you.
Many thanks, Dora. It's always a pleasure seeing you there on the other side of the screen. Taking it out now from the capital, at least 200 pupils at Great Dyke Primary School have received stationery from the Minister of State for Mashonaland West Province, Honorable Marian Chombo, in a move meant to capacitate disadvantaged rural communities.
The stationery, comprising of writing books, pens, covers and sanitary wear for girls, has brought hope to 200 disadvantaged learners at Great Dyke Primary School in Zimba North who were facing lack of learning materials.
Zuva nhasi tafarafani nokuti mwana wese awana bhuku, awana chinyoreso. Uye vasikana vati kure, vamwe vacho vanonetseka kuwana mapads. Asi nhasi vapuwa masanitary pads kuna honorable vedu, saka toda kutenda zvikuru.
Taitotadza kudzidza pamwe pacho taitosangasa masubject mubhuku 1 ndinonzwa kufara. Apa tatonzwa kuti anzi tichapuwa mamwe matextbook next week. Zviro zvandifadza zvikuru.
Totenda gogo wedu atibatsira vatigira mabhuku nezvekunyoresa nemakava kuti tigone kukavha mabhuku.
Tapiwa mabhuku ekunyorera, masocks ekupfeka nemakava ekukavisa mabhuku nesellotape.
The Minister of State for Mashonaland West Provincial Affairs and Devolution, Honorable Marian Chombo, spoke on the need for a collective effort in capacitating disadvantaged learners.
So izvi munoziva president vanenge vachigara vachitaura kuti let's use whole of government, whole of society, whole of stakeholder approach ndiyo ataitawo pano kuti panenge pakasiyirwa nehurumende isu sema MP, isu sema Minister of State neshamwari dzangu nechikumbirawo tinokwanisa kuita rupando rwetinokwanisa tione kuti vana vedu vakwanisa kuwana zvakakwana.
Meanwhile, government through the devolution funds is transforming rural schools through procurement of learning materials and building of classrooms aimed at improving quality education. Tamuka Charakupa, ZBC News, Mutora Shanga.
The Women in News WIN Accelerator program is set to empower mid-level female journalists in Zimbabwe by equipping them with leadership skills and mentoring through the WIN Guild, which seeks to help in the advancements of their careers.
According to WIN Director for Global Advisory, Mrs. Susan Makore, the program targets women in assistant or deputy editor positions, providing them with a 9-month course in leadership and soft skills. The program is complemented by the Women in News Guild, which comprises senior female journalists who have graduated from the Accelerator program.
The idea with the Leadership Accelerator is that
it picks women that are around the middle level, like if you are an assistant editor, a deputy editor, and then take them through a course on leadership skills, soft skills as well. And also during that time, or the 9-month course, they are assigned a coach.
The selection process for the program has been finalized, with participants having been chosen from mainstream media entities.
The women that are in the newsrooms that have reached middle level, like maybe assistant editor, they are the ones that are taken into the accelerator program in order to build their skill set, mainly soft skills, and also to give them a coach who will hold their hand, help them to fine-tune a career roadmap and support them. And what we've actually finalized the selection process for all the countries, and in Zimbabwe, I can actually say that most of the mainstream media entities have their participants in there that have been selected, including ZBC.
With the launch of the Women in News Accelerator program, Zimbabwean female journalists are poised to take their careers to the next level, thanks to the valuable training, mentorship, and support provided under the program. Farai Gwaze, ZBC News, Harare.
News at 8 is off to a break. When we return with the business news, don't go away.
Step up with DSTV and we'll show up by giving you more incredible entertainment.
Going to have a little fun.
Upgrade your subscription between the 13th of January and the 31st of March and get an even higher package for a whole month on us.
To the back of the net!
There's nothing better than putting a little bit in but getting a lot out.
This is the time to take risks.
Incredible!
I've heard good things about you. Don't let me down.
Step up and we'll show up on your home of entertainment, DSTV.
Welcome to a new era in tobacco farm. The Tobacco Industry and Marketing Board, TIMB, has rolled out the biometric grower management system to protect every genuine tobacco grower. With this innovative technology, only you can verify your identity for account adjustments, input collection, stop orders, and insurance. You also get support and payments without delays. Biometrics offer you security, efficiency, and transparency. Why wait? Visit the nearest TIMB office now with your national ID. We will capture your fingerprints and link them to your grower number. You can also register at tobacco selling points as you sell your tobacco. It's fast and it's easy. We guarantee that your biometric data is protected and will only be used to improve the tobacco industry database and processes. Our offices are in Harare, Ntare, Lusape, Murundera, Bindura, Karoi, Mvurwi, and Chimbui. Visit the office nearest to you, get your fingerprints captured, and secure a thriving future for the tobacco industry. Register your fingerprints. Secure your future. Grow with confidence.
ZBC Current Affairs, thriving for excellence and perfection in setting the agenda, shaping the Zimbabwean story and sustaining the narrative through detailed analysis and discussions, bringing to you polished live coverage of national events. We are ZBC Current Affairs, delivering to you the national budget, live parliamentary debates, independence, Heroes Day and Defense Forces events. We bring you insightful documentaries, special programs, and thought-provoking debates. ZBC Current Affairs. We are definitely Zimbabwean, telling an accurate, balanced, and unfettered Zimbabwean story.
Drug and substance abuse leads to serious health problems, financial troubles, accidents, injuries, relationship issues, and addiction, which can be very difficult to overcome. Above all, drug and substance abuse is a crime. Are you struggling with drug and substance abuse? Do you know someone who is struggling with drug and substance abuse related addiction? Get assistance by simply phoning on the Drug and Substance Abuse toll-free number 0714 647 002. Don't let drugs control your life. Seek help and start your journey to recovery today.
Welcome back and thank you so much for staying with us. Zimbabwe's agricultural show societies have set sights on global standards to attract more projects in the farming value chains. Our business report tonight.
The move, which is in line with the National Development Strategy 1 aspirations, is expected to result in agricultural societies across the country attracting more global exhibitors to entice investments and add value to farming output.
It doesn't separate us from the rest of the world. If we meet the international standards, we have more visitors to our shows, we have more business coming in to our shows, and that will mean development of the country.
Adaptation of global standards is also expected to result in Zimbabwe broadening the export markets for farming produce.
We will be focusing at agricultural development and promotion in our communities, especially rural areas. We are introducing two major flagship activities. One is the master farmer, and also the other one is the scholarship program.
The rolling out of global standard systems to agricultural societies across the country is in motion.
Our thrust this year as agricultural societies of Zimbabwe is to align our agenda with the government's agenda of development. Most show societies like this year, they are facelifting their showgrounds. Some of them have come up with master plans to develop and change the face of their showgrounds.
The global standards agenda for Zimbabwe's agricultural societies is being made when the farming industry is poised for a boom, riding on the favorable summer cropping season. Stanley James, ZBC News, Harare.
Farmers have raked in $32 million US since the opening of the 2025 tobacco marketing season last Wednesday.
Statistics released by the Tobacco Industry and Marketing Board showed that over 9 million kilograms of the golden leaf have so far gone under the hammer since the auction and contract floors opened last week. TIMB statistics also reviewed a positive trend on the average price, which shot up to $3.51, up from $3.34 recorded during the same period last year. Farmers interviewed by ZBC News expressed satisfaction over the prevailing prices, which are ranging between $3 and $5.75.
First day redu wakutanga kutengesa watawa ni 5 mabales edu ratengwa nemari yakawanda ratengwa ne $4. Saka ku experience wa zvinhu zvitsva zvinhu zvangondinakidzawo.
Hapana kana bill riri kuenda pasi pe $2 asi vari kubvujunura zvokuti pese vari kutarisa dhugu rese vari kubata vaitarisa kuti unyoro hwakamira sei.
Pane zvandasangana nazvo handina pandinoti ndine pandabatikana napo ndatambira zvabuda musarudzo.
Tengo aya iri kufadza haina kushata zvayo. Ndotokurudzira varimi kuti dai taramba takashinga.
This year, the tobacco marketing season started on a high note with auction floors breaking a record of $4.95, while contract sales recorded the highest price of $5.85. Over 280 million kgs are expected to go under the hammer this season, with experts saying chances of hitting a target of 300 million kilograms are still high. 10 Time Munengwa, ZBC News, Harare.
We're off to a break. Just stay with us.
When I first heard about Showmax, I was like, what's a Showmax? No wires, no extra gadgets, no watching at this time or that time. That's because Showmax isn't a TV channel. It's a streaming service. That means all you need is the internet and something smart, like my phone. instant access to tons of hit series, movies, and more.
Best of all, there's something for everyone. So, what are you waiting for? Sign up for Showmax now.
ZBC Current Affairs, thriving for excellence and perfection in setting the agenda, shaping the Zimbabwean story and sustaining the narrative through detailed analysis and discussions, bringing to you polished live coverage of national events. We are ZBC Current Affairs, delivering to you the national budget, live parliamentary debates, independence, Heroes Day and Defense Forces events. We bring you insightful documentaries, special programs, and thought-provoking debates. ZBC Current Affairs. We are definitely Zimbabwean, telling an accurate, balanced, and unfettered Zimbabwean story.
Drug and substance abuse leads to serious health problems, financial troubles, accidents, injuries, relationship issues, and addiction, which can be very difficult to overcome. Above all, drug and substance abuse is a crime. Are you struggling with drug and substance abuse? Do you know someone who is struggling with drug and substance abuse related addiction? Get assistance by simply phoning on the Drug and Substance Abuse toll-free number 0714 647 002. Don't let drugs control your life. Seek help and start your journey to recovery today.
Welcome back. We dive straight into sports news. Harare Giants Dynamos were held to a 1-1 draw by Tel1 in a Castle Lager Premier Soccer League match day 3 clash at Rufaro Stadium today.
Dynamos dominated the early stages with the Leroy Mavunga 7th minute effort denied by Tel1 goalkeeper Chris Mverichina. Valentine Kadonzo's deflected shot gaffed him by the lead. However, Tel1 emerged rejuvenated in the second half, and Washington Navaya's 54th minute strike, his third of the season, pulled the Wi-Fi boys level. Despite a thrilling contest, the match ultimately ended in a share of the spoils.
Defenders, Goeres cross looks good, he chested down well, and is there!
In another match day 3 action, Chicken Inn and FC Platinum drew 1-1 with the Brian Musa scoring his side's first goal of the season before Brian Banda secured a point for FC Platinum. Greenfield and Highlanders also shared the points in a 2-0 draw. Champion Simbabora bagged 3 points at home with a 1-0 victory over Hirantals, while newcomers Moose stunned Yada 2-0. Kwakwa United secured their first win of the season, edging Pikita Minerals 1-0. Match day 3 concludes on Sunday with the Manika Diamonds hosting ZPC Kariba Sakova Stadium and Triangle welcoming Caps United to the Greenfield Arena. Anna Shemurombedzi, ZBC News, Harare.
Caps United will be looking to register their first win of the season when they face Triangle United at the Greenfield Arena this Sunday.
Coach Lloyd Chitambwa's men have had a slow start to the season, adding just 1 point from their opening 2 matches. They began the season with a 1-0 draw against the Greenfield before suffering a disappointing 2-0 loss at log leader Scotland last weekend. However, Chitambwa is putting the past behind him and shifting focus to the next match.
It's important we focus on the game, and I thought last time we did not get the result that we so desired, and I hope this time we can do that. I'm sure what was important for us during the course of the week was just to pick ourselves up and focus on the game that's coming up against a Triangle.
Caps United will be facing a Triangle United side that is yet to grab a point this season. The Sugar Boys have lost both their opening matches, going down 1-0 to Scotland and 4-1 to Tel1. Although Triangle United may be struggling, Makepekepe are aware they cannot underestimate them. In their past 12 outings, Triangle United have won 3 direct matches, Caps United have won 5, while 4 matches have ended in a draw. Anna Shemurombedzi, ZBC News, Harare.
The government has commissioned the Karigamombe multi-purpose sporting facility in Zimba South, with the development of grassroots talent high on the agenda.
The newly established multi-purpose sporting facility at Karigamombe Secondary School in the farming area of Zimba South is the latest effort towards addressing the long-standing problem of lack of recreational activities in the local community. The facility comprises of a tennis, volleyball and netball court. The development has been received with optimism and described as key in addressing the scourge of drug and substance abuse.
Zvinobatsira kuti zvataiwana dzimwe nzvimbo takukwanisa kuzowana kupi kuno ana tenisi tasingazive kwedu kuno but iko zvino takukwanisa kuchitambawo tichisangana nevamwe vakasiyana siyana.
About drug and substance abuse, it reduces that because us teenagers would be busy playing sports.
The initiative is a brainchild of a local farmer, Mr. Colin Langton, who was also instrumental in the establishment of the Worst School.
Obviously, I'm part of the community. I've contributed with the roofing of the 2 schools there, 2 blocks, and yeah, I need to, if I live in the community, I must take part. Yeah, so yes, I did contribute, and yeah, I think it's a very good project.
Government is upbeat. The development is also critical in unearthing grassroots talents.
This facility will not only host sports events, but also support extracurricular programs, including tennis and other sports initiatives, encouraging our youth and learners to engage actively in their development.
This development to us is not lost. It is coming to people who are going to utilize it. And it's going to enhance our capacities and our performances.
Meanwhile, government has set in motion plans to set up youth recreational facilities and more vocational training centers across the country as part of initiatives to promote skills development and rural transformation. Tamuka Charakupa, ZBC News, Zimba South.
And on that note, we now give you the weather report.
Hello there, welcome. It's time for your weather news. Today it started off briefly cloudy, windy and cool over the southern half of the country with light rain and drizzle in districts such as Masvingo, Bohera, Chisengu, Chisumbanje, Bulawayo as well as Matopos, while the rest of the country experienced partly cloudy and warm conditions, though it started mild in the morning. Now windy conditions are expected this evening as cool moist air is strengthening over the southern parts of the country. Tomorrow, briefly cloudy conditions with chances of light rain and drizzle are expected over the southern half of the country, while the rest of the country should be partly cloudy and warm for the greater part of the day, with chances of isolated showers in Oma, Shonaland, Harare, as well as northern parts of Manicaland provinces. Tonight, we're expecting mild conditions to prevail across the country, with the highest being 21 in Kariba, with light showers in the extreme northern parts of the country, partly cloudy conditions over the rest of the areas. Tomorrow, warm conditions across the country with slightly lower temperatures over the south and eastern parts of the country due to cool moist air from the south. Now, Bulawayo is focused to be briefly cloudy, becoming less cloudy by the day, generally warm throughout the focus period. Same for Matopos, briefly cloud conditions with chances of light rain and drizzle. Gwanda should be briefly cloudy, becoming less cloudy as we get into Monday. Masvingo, chances of light rain and drizzle are expected. Gweru should be partly cloudy with chances of light drizzle and rain. Kwekwe partly cloudy, generally warm throughout the focus period. Kadoma partly cloudy with overnight cloud conditions over the weekend. Harare partly cloudy with chances of isolated showers. Chinoi showers that could be thundering are expected as well, with warm conditions during the afternoon. Lupani should be partly cloudy and overnight cloudy conditions are expected as well. Victoria Falls, isolated showers that could be thundery expected, as well as for Kariba with warm conditions during the afternoons. Bindura, chances of isolated showers under partly cloud conditions. Same conditions for Marondera with overnight cloud conditions. Manicaland should be partly cloud with chances of isolated showers in places. Thank you for tuning in. Good evening, Zimbabwe.
Many thanks to the Met Department there for the way of the weather. Well, that's a wrap on the news at 8. Join us again tomorrow, same time, same place. Tari?
Indeed, it is a good night from all of us.